Hey guys, today's video is a first impressions on this Estée Lauder Double Wear Light Stay in Place makeup. What I know about this foundation is that it is likely supposed to be a lighter coverage, lighter feeling, just like overall lighter version of the original Estée Lauder Double Wear foundation that is definitely more of a full coverage thing. Don't get me wrong, I love the original Double Wear foundation, but I do find like it's a little bit too heavy for me for every day. I do tend to like a more natural face for sure, but the Estee Lauder Double Wear is the best foundation I have ever found for controlling my oils. So my hope for this lighter version is that it also will take care of my oils, but it's going to look a little more lighter and natural. I got the shade 0.5 to show you what the shade looks like. There it is there. I would say it is similar in shade to an MAC NC15. I think if you are MAC NC15 or a little bit lighter, you could definitely get away with this. However, if you are significantly paler than MAC NC15, I don't think this 0.5, which is the lightest shade, is going to be quite light enough for you. It does have a warmer undertone. I would say a little bit more of a peachy yellow undertone rather than a pink. So I'm okay with that because I hate foundations that like dry to beigey pink on my fair skin. Where I live, this foundation was $45. I know in other countries it can be cheaper or more expensive. In Canada, I believe it was $45. I had to order this online because I cannot find the 0.5 shade anywhere in stores. Like any store that sells this, it starts at the shade 1. So hopefully it's not being discontinued, but you still can buy 0.5 on the Sephora website. You get the regular 1 fluid ounce of product, so that is good. And I don't have anything on my skin right now. I just washed and moisturized like a long time ago this morning. So I think I'm gonna apply 1/2 with damp beauty sponge and then the other with like this random little brush. By the way, this brush was like $12. This is not the real deal. So here it is on 1/2 of my face versus nothing on the other half. I think it did a really good job at evening everything out. I would say coverage wise, you're getting not quite light, but also not quite medium. I would say definitely somewhere right in the middle. Shade wise, it looks a little bit better on camera than it does in real life. I would say it is slightly too dark for me, but can definitely get away with it. I would say it definitely has like a natural finish. It's not too dewy, but it's also not super flat. I do think that it looks like skin and not like heavy foundation. So in my opinion, this is definitely more natural than the original Double Wear. I find like when I pour out the regular Estée Lauder Double Wear, it's like quite runny, and this one is definitely not runny. So this side was the brush, this side was the sponge. I do think I was able to get a little bit more coverage with the sponge, so I'm just gonna go in on this side with a little tiny bit more to even everything out. Up close you can of course tell that you are wearing makeup, but it's not super cakey and it's not super powdery either. It definitely has set completely. It feels very velvety soft, almost as if you did a light dusting of powder over top, but I don't think it looks like it. You know what? This foundation reminds me so much of the Bourjois, what is it? Bourjois 123 Perfect foundation. At the time when I bought this, I was thinking I don't have anything like, but like on first glance and as I've just applied it, these look very, very similar when you first put them on. So hopefully, like, this one lasts pretty long, but if this one lasts longer, then this will definitely be my new favorite foundation because it looks really nice. This is the kind of foundation that I like, where it is coverage, but also not too crazy and also not too obvious of a cake face either. I don't feel like it made my skin feel really dry, and I also don't feel like it is sinking into like any little tiny fine lines or under my eyes. So I'm not gonna powder, but I am going to put on the rest of my makeup, go about my day, and I will check back in about 8 hours to let you know how this foundation held up, especially with my oily skin. So I will see you guys later today. So I did want to check back in and just show you guys what the foundation looks like with makeup on. I still feel like it hasn't caked up, it hasn't done anything. I did apply some like blush and obviously eyeshadow and stuff, but still no setting powder, no setting spray, no nothing. So I will let you guys know at the end of the day how it looks, how it held up, all that. Hey guys, so it is the end of the night. The foundation has been on for a little over 8 hours now, and I just took off my glasses, so of course ignore the little marks there. But as far as how the foundation looks and how it wore on the rest of my face, I have to say I'm really, really impressed. I am like, I want to say like not shiny like at all. I don't feel greasy. It didn't wear off. It didn't disappear into my skin. I feel like the foundation looks just as good now as it did this morning. I feel like my blush and contour is still there. Like I can't believe I'm not shiny at all. For me, this foundation controls oil just as well as the original Estée Lauder Double Wear, and for that I am so happy because it does look more natural but does the same kind of job. Like this is pretty close up right now, and I have to say, like, I want to say like I'm not shiny at all. Like I really don't see like any oil. Usually if I like put my hand on my forehead like this, like my hand will be like shiny, like you can see it. Keep in mind, I did not use a primer and I did not use a setting powder. If you have oily skin or you really liked Estee Lauder Double Wear and you're just not a fan of like super full coverage cake face makeup, then I would definitely give this foundation a try. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let's zoom out because this is creepy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.